But then when you get paid, it's like,
You know what I said? 'Cause I was doing the numbers, whatever. This is when like the sidekick was popular, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work this much hours, I'm gonna get this much money. That sidekick, my first check, man. Oh my God, I can't wait. I got that joint. I was like, this ain't enough. Like, what is this?
I know I worked the hours.
Yeah, I was, oh my God. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Gen Blend Podcast. My name is JJ.
And I'm Raquel, aka Nurse Rock, and I am so glad to be back today. Hope everybody's been well. Again, we're always going to start out with thanking everybody for all the support. We want to jump right in today, Jay.
Yep, let's do it.
Let's go. So, actually, JJ came up with this topic. So, let's talk about it. We want to get into asking y'all and actually talking to the people, really engaging about, are you living in the moment?
Yep.
So when you brought up that, what made you bring that up?
I just think that our generations, I think everybody actually does this, where we just try to speed things up. And then when we actually get to that point, we're like, dang, like, why didn't I just savor the moment or like live in the moment? And we reminisce a lot and like, dang, like that passed by so fast. Like,
yeah, I agree. I think all of us do that. All the generations, I think we have a problem with that. I don't know if, now they say we live in a era of convenience and like a microwave era where we want things done fast. We want to get to where we want to go fast.
That's exactly what they call it, microwave. We try to microwave things. And
literally and
speed the process
figuratively both.
Yeah,
try to speed all the processes, and some of the processes actually end up being, we realized later that some of those times were the best moments in your life, and then you rushed it by, not realizing that those were going to be some of the moments that you should have maybe cherished. And I hope you guys come in our comments. I do like getting a lot of messages in the inbox. That's great. It's wonderful. I think we're building a community, a tribe that really wants to change some things and be the best they can be. And that's what it is. We love the likes, the comments. We want people to subscribe, but we want people to really be engaged, and we want to bring value. So this is a great topic because we have to go back and kind of evaluate ourselves and kind of ask, are you living in the moment? Go back and think about those times that you rushed by something that was going on in your life, that you rushed by and you subconsciously or even said it out loud, you were saying, I can't wait to get past this.
Yeah. And we got some examples for y'all today we're going to discuss.
Yeah, bring up some of the stuff you were telling me, and I was like, oh, yep, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So the first one I can remember as a kid is, I can't wait to grow up. Boy, oh boy. Boy, was I wrong.
God. That's what, listen, I think everybody says that, especially like when old folks used to say when you start smelling yourself.
Yeah.
When you think you going like you about grown, honey, just because you 13 now, honey, you 14, you think you're grown. So you like, well, I can't wait. You start saying, I can't wait till I grow up, and then you start getting anxious about wanting to drive.
Yeah.
And so you like, oh, mama, I remember you. Oh, mama, I can't wait.
I'm gonna drive everywhere.
I'm gonna drive you everywhere, mama. And you don't have to worry about it, mama, because I'm gonna drive. I don't know how people get tired of driving. I can't wait to drive.
Yeah, then I was like, y'all started making me do them errands and stuff. I was like, all right, man, this ain't
JJ,
up with it.
I'm out of eggs. Can you go down there to the food line, or can you go down there to the...
It'll be especially like when y'all want me to drive somewhere and I'm like in the middle of a game or something. I'm like, come on, man. Like, can it wait a little bit? Like,
that's true. I'm going to say everybody need to get in those comments, because I'm going to say I don't know too many people that was so anxious they really, really wanted to drive.
Yeah.
And then their parents or whoever it was, siblings or grandpas, got on their everlasting nerve.
Yep.
Sending them to a store or making them run an errand, and you it's fun for how long you think it's fun? About maybe 6 months,
6 months,
maybe a year.
Yeah,
maybe a year. I remember
yeah.
maybe a year it was good. After that, I'm like, listen, honey, get somebody else to do it.
And then having to fill up the gas all the time, and you trying to go somewhere all the time. He kind of.
And let's be clear. When I said, listen, honey, get somebody else to do it, that was in my head. You know, I didn't say that. That wasn't loud, baby. I didn't say that out loud. But we all got those things as teenagers and children that we think in our head that we don't actually say out loud.
And then another one, oh my gosh, I can't wait to get a job so I can have my own money to buy my own stuff. I get whatever I want once I get me a job.
Baby, yeah. I remember saying that. I remember saying, you back then, you got your own car, and we didn't really have to do much because, mom and them, they did it all. Yeah. But it was a thing back then, to get a job and at least pay for your gas and your insurance.
Yeah.
Or something. You had to pay something. And so you at first you were loving it. But when you were on that schedule and there was a football game, a dance.
Well, I don't think I actually really loved it.
Oh, you never?
Once I got the job and then I seen my check and the taxes taken out, I said,
this is what
I said, nah,
I remember you came
come
to me. No, it was Daryl. It was Daryl who came to me and he was like, Mom, who's Fika? I said, who? He said, who these people taking money out of my check? And I said, oh Lord, let me go through the whole thing, honey. Social Security, all these things. This stuff got to come out your check. At first, because you don't know when you're young, you're like, wait a minute. All these deductibles, because I know we all had a habit back then. If they told you what your hourly rate was, you were keeping up with your hours, and you times it by that hourly rate, and in your head you be like, ooh, I'm gonna get such and such and such when I get paid. But then when you get paid, it's like,
you know what I said? 'Cause I was doing the numbers, whatever. This is when like the Sidekick was popular, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna work this much hours, I'm gonna get this much money. That Sidekick, my first check, man. Oh my God, I can't wait. I got that joint. I was like, this ain't enough. What is this?
I know I worked the hours.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God. That's what we learn in life, right?
Yeah, I can't.
But anyway, it's even with all of that, it's all fun and games. Like we actually. Back then, you didn't realize that you had it made.
Yeah.
You didn't realize that this was the time for you to enjoy that time, to really put, I feel like there's so much in life that you can't get back.
Yeah. And another one, I wish I would have slowed down high school. I rushed high school.
Yeah.
And those are probably.
Yeah.
That in middle school, like 8th grade all the way up through all high school, those probably the most fun I had.
I mean, yeah, I really feel like y'all high school and college, I felt like y'all were really in a place where you really could enjoy yourself. And I think you still were like, oh, even thinking then about getting your resume together and getting this big job and
would be more independent.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that's in a way it's healthy to want some independence to make it, and y'all have done that. But it's like the point of this is trying to let people know that you don't have to rush through it, and just to kind of sit back and think about the times that you do go back and wish that you would have savored a little bit more. Are you doing that now? Because each phase of life, there's so many things that we need to really spend time in and sit in it a little bit. Enjoy it, because we can't get it back.
Yeah. I missed the spotlight I had in high school.
Oh,
as an athlete.
Oh, ain't that sweet?
I didn't go to the next level. Actually, I ended up quitting right my senior year, I think. In the middle of my senior year, I got frustrated and quit. I should have did that.
But I feel like you and Daryl both. I'm proud of y'all's friend selections that y'all had back then. I mean, I a lot of times you don't really associate anymore, and life, and you don't really keep a connection with the people that you actually went through those precious years with. But
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of key people are still in your life.
Yeah, I definitely got a few from high school.
I mean,
even middle school. I got a
yeah,
couple
even
from
back from middle school.
Stormy.
So I mean, that's something. That's value. That's somebody that actually really knows you. You know, that now you don't have to walk on eggshells because they know you, Jay, from back in the day. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you meet new people, it's like some people are always worried that they're not presenting their true self, but you know, your
and then those friends too that I admire and I love about the friends I have from back in the day is we all know that we got our own lives. We don't have to talk to each other every day.
No, but you still can pick it up.
Yeah,
I still have some of those, honey. You still can pick it up, and it feels like, wow, you know, because that connection was so deep.
Yep. Shout out Stormy, Vicky, Lavardis. I still talk to them.
Yeah.
Even the Lee brothers, I talk to them sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I even catch up with some of your friends every now and then. So, I love it. I love all of that. Let's talk about. So, how do you think that affects you though when you rush through some moments?
We reminisce all the time. I was like, dang, like what if I would have did this? Or sometimes I'd be like, wish I would have done some things differently instead of trying to rush through stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like I rushed high school way too fast. It went by too fast for me.
Yeah.
Looking back on it. Now, college, that was a different thing. It took me more than 4 years. So that seemed like it took forever. But I still do miss college because I had fun in college. I met a lot of good people in college.
That's good. That's good, though.
Yeah. And I feel like I rushed to adulting because now I'm like, oh my goodness, like it's one thing after another now.
Yeah. Adulting is different.
Yeah. Like I'm still blessed. Like I still love my life and I'm blessed to have the things I have. But I'm like, dang, like it was so simple when I was a kid. Life was so simple.
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like I think we were talking about, we had read about, are you a big kid? Are you a kid
trapped in an
adult's body?
Yeah. I definitely feel like that.
I mean, but doctors say that's good though. Doctors say that's not always bad. What's the harm in it if you handling your business?
Yeah.
Why do you get annoyed about feeling like you're a kid in an adult's body, or what's the?
I don't feel annoyed, but I feel like I'm like underqualified in certain areas. Like I feel like certain things that have to come to you or pops and like ask y'all different questions and some stuff. I'm like, I feel like at this age y'all already knew the answer. In my opinion, I don't know for sure, but
I think
feel like
it's different. I think it just depends on what it is. I think we should be a generation now, or at a place now, that we realize sometimes you got to work smarter, not harder. I feel like there's some things that's good for you to figure out on your own, but there's some things that's what networking in life is about. Like even when you at your job, if there's somebody that had 10, 20 years experience in something that you're just learning, don't let your pride be the one that holds you back. Ask the questions.
Yeah.
You don't know everything. You know what I mean?
That's how some people be thinking, like when I go to you for certain stuff, they're like, oh, you a mama's boy. I was like, nah, she got the answers.
If I got the answers, I mean, honestly, and if I don't know, and that's the thing about sometimes when the Gen Xers, we are, most of us are in our 40s and 50s, and there's been so many things that we have trial and errored.
Yeah.
And we know if you do this thing, it's going to get you in a bad situation, when you could do this thing over here that's less complicated, but it's going to put you up. I feel like some of that is that crab mentality, where when you got people that want to rise up and people will pull you down, and they want you to do it. They want you to struggle and do it the way they did it.
Yeah.
Well, some things you don't need to struggle through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some things you do appreciate the struggle, but sometimes it don't make sense to struggle through certain
Nah.
things. And if you know, it don't make no sense if you know for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, that you don't have a clue about what you're doing.
Mm.
That's the wrong kind of pride to
feel
have
like-
if you don't ask questions of a person that you know knows the answer. And I feel like if you got to look at who your example, like who you're asking.
That's why I
You
was about
don't go to nobody who
that's
don't know
why-
what the heck
that's
they
the
doing
direction I was
either.
gonna go. Like you gotta.
Why
if
would
you
you do
got
that?
parents or like guardians or whatever that are successful,
Right. Or
It's-
friends.
or friends, like people in your life that are successful and already been through it, I don't see the problem with asking them.
There's not
And
a problem
then
with that.
it's also good too. People who are not as successful, and you learn from their mistakes, and they can tell you their mistakes that they made.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they don't necessarily have to be successful or whatever.
That's true.
But you just take from their experiences and learn from them and try to do better,
Yeah.
improve. So,
And honestly, a lot of successful people, even when it's all across the board, even when you're talking about y'all, even when you're talking about artists, let's use an example. Somebody like Chris Brown. What'd he say with his dance move? He studied Michael Jackson.
oh yeah,
You know what I mean? It's a thing. It's a thing. If you know that somebody knows how to do or has done something that you want to do, common sense is to get that information from somebody that knows that was successful at doing it.
yeah. Watch them closely.
Watch them closely.
Yes.
Observe
Yeah,
them.
observe, yeah.
Where we get into trouble is when people, everybody's scrambling, nobody know what they're doing, and they refuse, and they let pride hold them back from asking the question.
Yeah, it's a lot of admiration, but not enough observation.
Right.
Ooh, that's a bar. That's a
Ooh.
bar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Jay. Okay, Jay. But that's my only thing. I'm like, well, you know, if I didn't have the answer, then
Yeah.
But I think that's good. So to have a village that you go to.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to know who you hanging around, to know what they're doing. How they say birds of a feather flock together type of thing. People that have your same mentality, so when you do come to them, it won't be an issue.
Yeah.
You know that they're giving you a genuine answer of what they did.
Yeah.
They're not trying to floss and tell you they did all this stuff and they really didn't do it.
Yeah. Also, if you don't have a village, like make sure you pick the right people to not really idolize, but like look up to.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And then find, let's say if the person that you're talking to or that you're close to doesn't really have the answers, but maybe they know they're a resourceful person. They know how to look it up and get like true, because you know how I'm about evidence-based practice.
Yeah.
That's me, doctoral student here. That's what we do. Find somebody that actually has a true answer or can point you to a resource. And then you get out there and make it happen. You get out there and find out, okay, this is what it is. This is what it is. I think it's, I think we get in the habit of defining things of how you think people should struggle or people should come to success and that kind of thing. But I think we need to normalize success looking like you want to look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Success
Success is about being happy.
Yeah. It looks different on everybody.
It does. I mean, and it's not all success is all is. Don't get me wrong. We like the coin. But success is not always surrounded around money.
Yeah.
It's about being healthy, happy, and finding a way to live your life the way you want to live your life. Taking out that stress, having it peaceful. And so if somebody judges you for, asking a question that is going to help you be better, I think that in itself is an observation.
Yeah, ignore it.
It's an observation.
Yeah. That person just they don't need to be in your life.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
no.
X them out.
Yep, that's true. But so that was the main thing today, was to come to everybody about, are we living in the moment?
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, I can go over some things that, I regret, and things that I loved about, as I was growing up. I do feel like I definitely adulted. Me and your dad adulted very early because we got married very young. We wanted to. The only thing I do regret about that is being on, like you said, and now I'm learning to have a balance. But we were on that grind because we were determined to be successful, and that's okay. But we dug in.
Yeah.
We dug all the way in. I felt like, my 20s were, but that's the whole nother discussion for another day. But we dug in and we were determined that we were going to make it because we had naysayers.
Yeah.
We were about us getting married so young, and we might have missed out on, things that the people in their 20s do. We didn't. We were locked in. So yeah, I feel like. And
that's why I feel like y'all, like, we kind of, well, not we, more so me, kind of, I adulted a little bit late, and that's why I feel like, still kind of feel like a big kid, because I kind of got into, like, adulting later than usual.
Yeah.
Later than you and Pops, and even Daryl.
Yeah.
And he younger than me.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, I feel like that's where we get off of our own path when we start comparing like how others did things, because at that point, like they say, comparison is the thief of all joy. Yeah. So if you got to keep your eye on your own prize, and if you're okay with it, and if you're happy, you're stable, you're handling your business, doing things the way other people think you should do, that's a trap.
Yeah,
that's a trap.
And then you said something too the other day about people holding on to their nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hold on to a lot of things from when I was a kid. As far as like gaming, I don't think I'll ever grow out of that. I love video games.
Yeah.
Anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna grow out of that. So certain things that
I don't think anything's wrong with that.
Even with shoes.
As long as you doing, the things that you have to do as an adult.
Yeah. You think is it bad, like, with my shoe addiction? Because, like, I feel like for me,
oh boy, any addiction, you need to be.
Well, I don't think it's an addiction. I just think it's a love. Like I really think it's addiction. I know what, like, to pick and choose of what shoes I can get.
If it doesn't get in the way of you saving.
Yeah,
doesn't get in the way of you paying your bills.
Yeah. It gets away to my saving, but
but you
I
still
pay my
save.
bill. Yeah,
I know people that don't even save.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's one of the things that I talked to you and Daryl about very young. Whenever y'all get a real job, you need to take a percentage of that check, and it needs to go in an account that you don't really mess with, and that way you budget off what's in the other. So I feel like that's good. If you every now and then you build up a little cash, and you want to get a pair of shoes, that's your thing.
I kind of listen to that because every now and then a little dibble dabble and like, I need these shoes. Let me dibble dabble on that.
But you have it because you do that percentage, like I taught y'all.
Yeah, but I just because I just had to have those shoes that I missed out on when I was a kid, and I'm like, when I was in college, there's a lot of shoes I missed out in college that are coming back out, and I'm like, it's my chance. I gotta get them.
I think we all have a nostalgia side of us, because for me, every now and then I'll listen to, now your dad, he's up to speed on today's music because he listens to today's music too. For me, baby, my Pandora is set. We 80s, 90s R&B all day long. That's all you're gonna hear. That's what y'all heard when y'all were little. That's what I'm still listening to. And for me, there's nothing like a song or sound and music that will bring you all the way back to the time.
Yeah.
And it gives you that feeling, that good feeling. And so I'm an advocate for whatever makes you feel good in your soul. What is the harm in it?
That's what on that music episode. Oh my goodness, we gotta talk about how that, because music will take you back to a memory.
Music will.
Like when the first time you heard that song, it'll take you back to like a core memory of life.
It will.
Yeah.
Every time.
It's
It
crazy how
will.
music works, but that's for another episode.
Yeah, it is. Definitely that's coming. But that's gonna take a lot of setup, y'all. But that is definitely something I want y'all to join us. And I'm gonna have to make announcements. We're gonna have to go live. We're gonna have to do all the things when we do the Gen X music versus the Millennium music episode. But what I'm gonna already tell y'all right here on the end of this, because we're getting ready to end this, but I am not getting ready to let the millennials steal my music. Y'all be trying to say it's y'all music. Y'all was just born. How's it your music when you
listen, y'all?
I'm gonna figure out. I'm gonna figure out what's the range that's considered a certain generation's actual music. Because to me, if you were 2, baby, that wasn't your music.
Nah, my book.
That is not your music.
The year started. You was born in 81.
Oh my God, that's the time 96. You were born. That's your time of being.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but it's still part of the millennial. So if somebody like Kevin, he's a millennial, so he can take 90s music. So he's a part. He's still in the group.
He can be a part of. So we can take 90s. But I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
No, but it's still millennial.
It's no.
It's still the same generation,
y'all. If the music came out in 1992. And you were born in 1992, that is not your music because you didn't have no idea. Now, I will give you Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
But you
can have that.
But you made us listen to it. So it can't
because it was my music.
Yeah,
okay, listen, we're not going to get in this right now.
Right.
We're not going to get in this right now. We have enjoyed this today. I hope that you guys got some value out of this. Please, please, what are we doing? Why are we not living in the moment? And if you can go back and think of any time that you regret that you did not live in the moment, remember every phase in your life is the same thing. So slow down a little bit. Slow down just a little bit and enjoy it. Enjoy the time that you're given, each moment of it. You good?
Yeah, that was a good episode.
I think it was. Yeah. I think
all our episodes are good, but
well, I think we're gonna get better and better. I think we are, and we're gonna grow the right way.
Yep.
So we have enjoyed you guys. This is episode 5.
All right.